Hey, welcome back to Monster Gaming. So I have a lot of work to do here. Definitely got smashed up around and in that last World War. And being in the Cold War, I'm actually very low at 192. My goal is to get to 200. It's going to take me a little while, but I'm thinking we're just starting March 1st. I don't know if it's possible. I was starting to work on some of my walls, but that gets very expensive as well. But they're really, really behind. I should probably get my walls probably two more levels up to kind of be in a decent spot. But I'll do a little here, a little there. But I want to get to about 200 by the time this month is over. Um, so I have a few things that I'm working on to get there. I noticed that my walls are way behind. My towers are way behind. Like pretty much everything that I have for offense and defense is way behind. Um, so I have a lot of work to do, and obviously everything's super expensive. Uh, but one of the things that I want to do is I want to get this factory leveled up. So it costs a lot of oil, so I'm gonna have to go and attack a lot to get there. But that would be nice. The bazookas are going to be real nice, but I think the heavy tank army is going to be the most beneficial because if you look at my heavy tank, hit points is 22,000, damage is 2161. Both of those are receiving a little bit of a boost from some of the other technologies that I have going on. But let's go over here and see what that would look like if I went up. So this would be a really big lift, and obviously the tank changes. Looks super badass. I would gain another 3,300 in hit points, which is massive. Damage per second would be plus 217, but I am getting a passive bonus on that too, so it'll be a little higher than that, as well as the DPS against cavalry generals, heavy tanks. It'll be a little higher than that too. Obviously, it'll be a little more expensive, but this is going to make a huge difference going from 22 to 25. And I think I have something that lifts it up even more. So it might end up being closer to 26 and a half or so. And that's a really good spot to be in. I'm very behind. I think I was playing this game for the last year here and there very passively, just accumulating some goods, working on my university, working on the library, just casually, not doing too much. A little while ago, we created the Alliance, and now I'm actually getting very into the game, um, which is good. It's a good thing. I've always liked the game, but I think I took it very passive for a long time. I was in a pretty serious alliance back when, and that was pretty fun, but it got kind of stressful. Um, and there's just so many other good games out there to play. But I've always enjoyed the game. I like what it does. I like the technology built up, going from age to age, and all the buildings and everything changes as you level up, which is really nice. And I've always enjoyed that historic progression. So now I'm seeing what areas I should be working on and what I should be doing better. So we did switch this up a little bit just because we're not really newbies anymore. I think we're trying to get all kinds of people to join. We have a pretty decent thing here. Oh, this guy's been gone 9 days. Okay. But yeah, so we have a lot of people here. A lot of them are pretty active. Some of the guys down here are learning for sure. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot of medals because I don't really fight to win that often, which is something that I'm trying to switch around. So that's another thing I'm going to work on because I think that's going to be the quickest way for me to get goods is to start getting some victories, of course, not just going out and raiding for goods, which is what I was doing before. I could do 3, 4 battles in a row, get probably like 100,000 in either one of the resources, and then magnify that. Versus if I do start paying attention to doing victories, I could easily start doing, I'd say 250 to 300 per battle, which seems like a more efficient use of my time. So I'm probably going to start doing that. Probably do a few, maybe 3 battles a day, and or something like that, or whatever I can do, and just try to get some pretty good loot, because I really need to start ramping up here. I think my economy is pretty decent. I get a lot from hunting. I get a lot from gathering over here, but I can't run my whole economy from that. I have to go out and get this stuff. So the reason for this video, even though I was kind of rambling a little bit, is that I feel like I do have a focus. I know what areas I need to work on to level up. Definitely the walls. I'm going to chip away. If I can do like one piece of wall, 1 to 2 a day, maybe, that'd be a nice thing. I don't have to upgrade every single wall, because that's extremely expensive and very time consuming. I mean, not time consuming, sorry, but to get the resources is very time consuming. And I do need to spread the money and the resources. I do like the heavy tanks, and I was noticing that going up to the next level of the heavy tank, big increase in power and health, which is nice. I'm going to work on this as well, even though it's 7 million. I want to upgrade that. It gives me a little bit more troop space. But what I'm going to do today, hopefully I can decide right now, is a revolution. I've been playing as a Japanese. I really like the infantry, but I am noticing that walls are so high level now, so difficult to run through things. I can swarm for sure if there's like a bunch of stuff spread around, that's not behind walls. I can do really well with my infantry, but anything beyond that, if I'm getting attacked by tanks, if I'm getting attacked um, by massive armies, or if I have to get through a bunch of walls, this is not cutting it. It's definitely not cutting it, which is fine. Everybody told me that, and it is a fun game where you can kind of change around your style and your strategy and things like that. But getting through walls is getting much harder with players that are a little higher than me and things like that. So being able to have troops that are going to produce a lot more damage is a huge thing. Now, obviously, I could level up my infantry, and I might, but I think the resilience of the heavy tanks is going to really be a game changer for me. So leveling up to do that, and then also getting the bazookas, I think, are going to be nice to work with together. I think my planes are pretty okay for right now. They're not doing amazing, but I do have 6 slots, and I like using the fighters, and they are MK2. So if I have 6 fighter planes flying all over the place, they can really help the ground control kind of thing, or get rid of a lot of the foot soldiers and things like that. But everything costs oil, so that's the other thing, is I have to find a way to get more oil. So it's probably going to be just doing a lot of fights. All right, so going back to this, I've played as almost all of these, even a couple like really short periods of time, because I every now and again I'd buy a few crowns just to be able to do something like that. So I was waiting until I had the 16 units. So I played as the French for a while. They were I think my first, and I was playing them for a while. I liked the time it reduced to train an army. That was fun for me. And I also like their tanks, 20% more health and 15% more damage. They can be pretty serious. Increase maximum allied army size, which is nice, because that gets quite big. But if you don't have alliance teammates that are high level or higher than you, um, you're not going to get a ton of those troops. So that one's kind of iffy. The other one that I was considering maybe was the Koreans, only because the sorry, the archers hit pretty good, so they could be good for keeping your other troops alive. And the war tactic is really nice too, but I don't use too many of those. Um, the Romans seem interesting because they give me a larger army size, but like I said, I haven't maxed that out yet. I'm kind of thinking about the British just because the archers are good, but the 15% increase in loot stolen would help. That would definitely help, and it would encourage me to fight more to get more of that. So I'm thinking of the British. The Germans are really cool. If I were to do the Germans, it would be for the Teutonic Fury. If I am going to be focusing on doing a lot of battles, um, getting 15% more troop damage is huge. Or do I want a tank? Because I could go back to the French. I'm going to look at the Greeks one more time. Refunds, upgrade costs. Could be good, but yeah, I don't think this is too super effective for this part of the game. But the beginning of the game maybe was pretty good. The French. Huh. Increase the loot stolen during attacks. And then the Koreans refunds loot stolen after being attacked, which is 10%. So I'm trying to think, if I were to steal 400,000, another 10% would be 4,000? 5, 6, so that'd be 6,000. No, 60,000, sorry. I can always switch later, I guess. I do kind of like getting the more loot. I mean, that's really what I'm trying to do is get more loot. Or would I be more effective doing this? Because then I'd be guaranteed more victories by doing more damage. So right now I have 150 infantry. That is a tough one, unless I want tanks, because then tanks would come out of the. I'm not sure what I want to do. I can always switch. I have 2,000 crowns. I don't want to use archers because I don't really use the archers that much, but the extra loot, that seems like so worth it. I think I'm going to go British, get the extra loot, and see how that works for me. I played for the British briefly before, and it was fine. But I think I was using the longbowmen a lot. I think this time around I'm just going to go for attack, attack, attack. Let's do British. Ooh, let's look closely because I haven't seen them in this age. Nice. Let's look at the houses. Oh yeah, the houses don't look the same at all. Really cool. All right. Sorry that took a while. I was kind of on the spot there for a second trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. But I think this is going to be better for me because I am going to attack more than before. So getting that little bit of extra loot, 15%. So basically after, what is that, like 8 attacks, you're at about 100, a little over 100% if they were all even, equal battles. All right. Oh, let's look at the farms. Huh. Cool. Some of these buildings over here. Oh yeah, that looks very different, the temple. Huh. All right. Well, thanks for watching. And like I said, I'm going to keep progressing and keep getting things done. So maybe I'll have another video in another week or so. And last shout out. Come check us out at Elite Squad. We're looking for more people for the World War. We have 10 people right now. About 8 of them participate. So we would like to fill in those gaps of 2 more people that are pretty strong to participate. Come check us out. Thanks.